Hi! Sit back and relax as we teach you how to make an amortization table.
What is amortization? Amortization is the process of reducing a debt through scheduled periodic payments, means at fixed intervals. It can be monthly, quarterly, or annually until the loan is fully paid.
Unlike interest-only loans, amortized loans fully repay the borrowed amount over time. With interest-only loans, you only pay the interest at first, meaning the principal stays the same for years. But amortized loans ensure the entire loan gets paid off. In accounting, amortization also refers to the spreading of the cost of an intangible assets over its useful life. In accounting, amortization means spreading out the cost of intangible assets like software or trademarks over time instead of expensing them all at once.
The word amortization comes from the Latin amortire, meaning to kill off, symbolizing the slow elimination of a loan. The etymology shows that a loan is slowly killed off or destroyed by making payments periodically over the years rather than in a single cash amount. The concept was first widely used in European banking systems during the 18th century. Amortization was used as a regular practice in the European banks of the 1700s to enable lenders and borrowers to deal with debts in a predictable and systematic manner.
As the credit systems developed, amortization became crucial in long-term lending, especially mortgages. With the growth in lending and credit markets, amortization evolved as an important financial tool, especially for organizing long-term loans such as mortgages that involve regular payment schedules. It is now standard in personal finance, real estate, and corporate accounting worldwide.
Amortization is a method used to repay a loan through consistent, scheduled payments over a fixed period. Each payment is split between two parts, interest and principal. In the early stage of the loan, a larger portion of each payment goes towards interest because the outstanding loan balance is higher. As time progresses and the loan balance decreases, the interest portion of the payments gets smaller and more of the payment is applied to the principal. This process continues until the loan is fully paid up by the end of the term. The total payment amount typically stays the same each month. For fixed rate loans, which provides predictability for budgeting. Lenders often provides an amortization schedule which shows how each payment is allocated and how the loan balance changes over time. This method is commonly used for mortgages, car loans, and personal loans.
So, I will discuss the practical applications of amortization. We have here the mortgage. So, basically, ito yung mga bumibili ng bahay na nilo-loan nila. Tapos, meron silang specific year and a specific interest na kailangan nila mabayaran yung bahay sa taon na to. Pwedeng 15 to 20 years, pwedeng 10 years lang. So, depende. The next one is the car loans. Basically, ito yung mga bumibili ng sasakyan tapos ayaw nila i-cash. So, yung ginagawa nila, monthly nila binabayaran. Pero kapag kinumpute mo yon, mas mahal pa rin yung babayaran nila compared kapag kinash nila yung isang sasakyan. So, meron siya interest monthly. The next one is student loans. So, maganda din to kasi as a student, pag wala kang pambayad ng tuition mo, maglo-loan ka na lang. Then, hindi mo siya kailangan bayaran habang nag-aaral ka. You'll just pay it after you graduate. So, meron din siyang interest and it is flexible terms. The next one is business loan. So, yung ginagawa naman dito, yung gamit mismo, yung hindi na siya cash. So, yung kinukuha na nila, yung niloloan na nila is yung gamit mismo. Tapos, monthly na lang nila to binabayaran. Gaya sa mga SM, di ba may mga ganun? Like, kukunin mo na yung gamit, tapos monthly mo na lang siya babayaran with the interest. So, mas mahal pa rin siya. The next one is accounting, amortizing intangible assets like patents, copyrights, trademarks. So, ito naman dito sa accounting, hindi tayo gumagamit ng mga tangible things or assets. Yung binibili or yung niloloan na dito is yung mga intangible like yung mga copyright, trademark. So, kunwari, yan sa mga Jollibee, kukuha ng trademark sa Jollibee. So, habang ginagamit mo yung trademark na yun, monthly mo rin siya binabayaran sa kanila. Ganun siya nag-work. So, this, it's the end of practical applications. Next reporter.
Good day everyone, my name is Francis Imatamu and we're going to explain to you how the amortization table works. Let's start with the principal. How much is your utang? Sabihin natin 300,000 yung utang mo. Dollars. Then yung term natin is how many years mo babayaran yung utang. For example is 5 years. Then annual rate. Sabihin natin for example is 5%. Initial date is when will you start to pay the principal. For example is June 1, 2025. Number of payments is the total of months mong babayaran yung utang mo. So, yung multiply lang natin yung term natin sa 12. So, multiply natin sa 12. 60 months. Then, monthly rate. I-divide lang natin yung annual rate natin sa 12. So, equals ulit. Over 12 equals. And mortgage payment is may formula tayo which is equals PMT. PMT first is the monthly rate, comma, the number of payments, comma, number of payments, comma, then principal. Always natin i-negative itong principal since sa tuwing nagbayad ka ng utang nababawasan yung principal mo, then comma ulit 0 and enter, which is the mortgage payment mo. Then the preceding table will be explained to you by John Christopher Lagitao. Thank you for listening.
Good day classmates, I am John Christopher Lagitao and I will be showing you how can we make an amortization table. Ngayon, based sa example ni Francis, ang principal natin is 300,000, payable monthly for 5 years. So, ang term natin, since 5 years, 5 ang nakalagay dyan. Ngayon, monthly natin siya babayaran in 5 years. So, 5 multiplied by 12 months sa isang taon. So, may 60 tayo na number of payments. Meaning, 60 months natin siya babayaran. So, without further ado, ilalagay natin yung 60 months dito sa gilid. 1 to 60. So, 1, 2, 3. Highlight nyo lang. Then, extend nyo hanggat makita nyo yung number 60. 54. Ayan, 60. So, abra ng isa. Ayan, 60 na. May 60 na tayo. Ngayon, since may 60 na tayo, sabi dyan, ang initial date of payment natin or yung pinakaunang payment natin is June 1, 2025. So, ilalagay natin siya dito. So, para di tayo malito, lagay natin first day of June 2025. Ngayon, since every month, every first day of the month natin siya babayaran, ang sunod, June, July, first day of July 2025. Then, we can highlight it, extend nyo na lang uli hanggang ma-reach nyo yung number 60. Okay? I know naman, familiar kayo dito sa paggamit ng Excel. Madali lang siya gamitin. So, tingnan nyo yung initial date, 2025. Tapos, dapat plus 5 years ang ending nyo, 2030. Okay? Ngayon, dito naman tayo sa beginning balance. The beginning balance will always be the principal. Tandaan nyo yan. Yung principal na tayo. And payment, as calculated kanina, using PMT formula, yun yung gagamitin nating payment. Okay? Ang interest naman, paano natin nakukuha yung interest? Kukuha ang interest by multiplying yung beginning balance natin sa first month multiplied by yung monthly rate natin as computed kanina ni Francis, may interest na tayo. So, si principal naman, magkano si principal? Minus mo na si payment, lagi kay interest, meron ka ng principal. Si ending balance naman, however, ima-minus mo si principal galing kay beginning balance para makuha mo yung ending balance. Ngayon, minus natin siya, beginning balance minus principal. Ito yung ending balance mo. Ngayon, since nagbayad ka ng $5,661.37 nung month 1, ito na yung naging ending balance mo. Ngayon yung ending balance na yan naman yung magiging beginning balance mo for the second month of payment. So yan, $295,589. Ngayon, si payment natin, same lang siya. Consistent siya na same. So, ganyan lang. And interest, multiply mo yung bago mong beginning balance kay monthly rate mo, may interest ka na. Then yung principal mo as same procedure, minus mo tong dalawa, may principal ka na, ending balance, minus mo uli si principal kay beginning balance for month 2, meron ka ng ending balance. Ngayon, since may ganyan tayo, repeat lang ulit natin yung process. Payment, same lang ulit. Tapos interest natin, multiply mo to, si beginning balance mo for month 3, multiply mo kay monthly rate, may interest ka na, tapos si principal, ganun uli, ending balance, ganun uli. Okay? Ngayon, since may tatlo na tayong table dyan, we can assume na pwede natin siya i-highlight, then i-drag na natin siya across. Tapos, mag-fill up na yung values. So, try natin. Okay. Medyo nagloko yung values natin. As you can see, may namamali. Okay, ito naman tama to, consistent. Pero ito, 0. So, hindi nag-declare yung value niya since yung value natin dito, hindi siya nag-lock. So, paano natin siya ilalock? I-lock natin siya with district. So, click nyo lang siya, lalabas yung formula. Sa letter D, lagyan nyo siya ng US dollars, before D and after D, dollar ulit. Then, press enter. Ngayon, gawin nyo rin ulit siya sa baba. US dollars before D and after D. Enter. Ngayon, since nagawa na natin yun, pwede nyo siya i-highlight. Then, ida-drag nyo siya across. Then, it should already work. Okay? So, since may ganyan na tayo, ida-drag nyo lang uli siya across hanggang 60. Kasi 60 months natin siya babayaran. Ngayon, pag bitaw ko nito, dapat ang ending balance natin will appear 0 para malaman natin na tama tayo. Tingnan natin. Okay, so tama yung ginawa nating table. 0 dapat lagi ang ending balance. Ngayon, to calculate yung total payments made na ginawa natin, sum formula, tapos isa-sum niya na ito yung buong row. So, ayan yung total payments made natin. Total interest naman na nakuha nila sa atin, na binayaran natin, ganun din, 39,682. Ngayon, pag minus mo si in total interest paid mo kay total payment, dapat 300,000 siya. So, ito yung purpose nung sum nung table na to. Okay, 300,000. So, saan galing yung 300,000? Yan yung value nung pinaka-beginning balance mo or yung principal. So, that's how we compute or how we make an amortization table. Thank you and mabuhay. Maraming salamat.